live. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on the Feast of Fandoms. Glad you joined us tonight. We are, we are, we have made it through 3 seasons of Daredevil. What a fantastic end. We're going to talk about that tonight. I am your host, David, by the way. With me, as always, is my co host, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
I'm all right. I have a migraine, but I did watch the last 2 episodes that we're going to talk about. I watched that tonight when I got home from work, and I forgot how good they are.
They really are. That I mean, this is that these 2 episodes were like there were a lot of really good episodes, don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
these 2 are just so memorable to me. These ones are gonna stick out for forever. So,
Very tension filled. Both of them. A lot of tense moments and what the hell's going on, and yeah, it
it's
was good.
kinda real fast moving too, especially, we're just gonna jump right in mainly because it's Monday. I've had a long day at work. I had a school thing to go to for one of my kids. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Andrew's not here because Andrew said he has homework to do. My thought is that he didn't do his homework for
This
tonight,
homework.
for this homework. I could be wrong, but anyway, so he's not in tonight. He's not he's out tonight. So we're just going to jump right on in just because again they were good episodes, they were great episodes, and if that means I can go to bed a little bit earlier, then that means that's what happens when you get old. You want to go to bed earlier. So,
Times I'm more of a night owl, but I think it's because, we had some warm weather here and then it turned cold again. And I just think the change between weathers is just like, especially
our
when you get
spring,
old.
we're
And it's
supposed
like,
we're supposed to have some pretty severe thunderstorms tonight, like late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So the wind blew through and the temperature dropped quite rapidly this evening. So, but anyway,
wow, we were supposed to get rain today and I was out on break and sitting in my car and I heard like a tink a tink 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 hit my car and I thought, "Oh, it's starting to rain, darn it." And I looked up. It was freaking like a sleet snowy. It was like real teeny tiny little balls. I was like, "What the hell's that?" And then I got cold, really
yeah,
cold, and I think just a change in temperature is just like, I don't know, just kind of like wiped me out. Now I got a migraine and I'm ready for
yeah,
spring, summer.
bleh.
Summer, spring. I don't
Yes,
care.
something warm. That's what I'm after.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's talk about Daredevil. Um, Fisk gets Vanessa back. I think he's disappointed a little bit because it doesn't go.
She's very standoffish.
She is. It's almost like how do I want to put this? It's almost like as a guy, and I haven't dated in a long time. I mean, it's been a minute since and I don't mean dated as in like I take my wife on dates, but like dated as in like you go. If a girl like that acted like that toward me, to me that's basically a she's made up her mind that she doesn't the relationship is over. She's done. I'm
Well,
just
and even though he's the bad guy, I really felt bad for him because I think, at first, oh yeah, you had a long flight and blah 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 blah, and then the next morning he goes through this whole thing of making her that French omelet or whatever, and she's still kind of standoffish, and he's just being so sweet and nice and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and of course she doesn't really come right out and say it, but, he's just, "Well, tell me what I can do, da 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 da
Yeah.
da da." I thought, "Oh, that's just so
That's the
sweet."
men that that you know what that is? That's the men are from Mars, women are from Venus thing right there. It's almost like the men are sitting there saying, "I'm trying to do all this for you. I'm trying to make you feel special." And he's done something. He's not exactly sure what he's done, but he's done something and she's mad and she won't tell him exactly what he's done. I'm just going
"Oh,
to
I'm
ignore it.
fine.
I'm
I'm
fine. I'm
fine."
fine. No, it's okay. Look, if you're mad, I get it. You need to talk to me.
You have to spell it out.
Exactly.
Tell me what is wrong.
We are
It's
men and
nothing. I'm fine.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she
The
doesn't say that, but
the only thing that we understand is when you say it's nothing, I'm fine, that means that you're not and something's wrong.
Mhm.
Now, we as men would like to try and remedy that, but we can't do that if all you're gonna sit there and do is say, "No, don't worry about it. I'm fine."
Can't read your mind.
Exactly. 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 What do you want me to do? Nothing. I'm
And
fine.
it
Okay.
goes both ways. It's not, men do that. I've known men who do that too, "Oh, it's all right. Nothing to worry about. It's me, not you."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, right. Okay."
Let's just break it down. Communication is essential. Everyone needs to communicate. This world would
Yeah,
be a
because
lot.
he really went all out. The house looked real pretty, had candles all over the place. It was really romantic, and
The restaurants, he had the restaurants called in, and
oh, yeah, and she's just like, "I'm just tired."
I'm just tired.
I'm like, "Bitch." I really truly did feel sorry for him because he went all out,
And
even though
then
he is the bad guy, but he was really trying really super hard and was hoping to, welcome her with open arms and all that, and I just want a hot bath and a soft bed. Like,
sometimes that is like, yeah, I could use a hot bath, not a soft bed.
yeah, but once you at least from my perspective, when you see a guy go through that much to make everything really nice and romantic, I mean, at least, you know, put a little effort into it. I mean, at least have
I
the
was
champagne or
I was
whatever and
I was gonna
go to
say
bed.
something else, but I'm gonna try and keep it family friendly. So,
The show's never been at least not with me on it.
um, and even when she got the painting back, because we figure out how he gets the painting back, and it's Dex.
Yeah, but he knew nothing about it.
And in fact, he even said, "I intended for her to keep this." And then Dex putting himself up as the new,
Wesley.
yeah, the new Wesley. It's like,
As soon
"Ooh,
as he said that, I was like, "Oh, you just overstepped.
oh,
You
that's
crossed the line, buddy." But yeah, and he doesn't really come out and say what happened, but she sees the little
there's
blood
blood." Yeah.
droplets of blood on the side of the painting, and she acts real. I don't know. She acted really weird when Dexter was kind of
Puffing
making
himself
himself
up.
more, yeah, making himself more important than what he thinks he is.
No.
And I was kind of waiting for her to call him out on it, but she was too smart for that, because Dex is a dangerous person.
But
And Dex, of course, is losing it right from the beginning of this first episode. You could hear the bees
the buzz, yeah.
droning. Yeah.
And it just gets worse and worse too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, especially when Matt steps in and and this will all be in the next episode, but when Matt steps in and starts toying with him, poking the
Poking
bear,
the
if you
bear.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Simpatico right there.
Yeah, we're in sync tonight.
That's right. But but again, I don't think we had was Daredevil in this episode like at all. I don't think he was because it was Matt and Foggy decided we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do it the
Foggy's way.
yeah, we're gonna do it Foggy's way. They got what's his name to turn. He's gonna
Nadim.
talk Nadim. He's gonna talk. They go to the DA. They're like, look, here's what we got. We want full immunity, blah blah blah. Uh, he says no. I got to give him. He was part of a murder. I've got to give him something. And of course, Nadim agrees to it because Nadim's a nice guy. He's like, look, I did something wrong. I need to pay the price. So that's exactly what he says. We've got to do this. We've got to take him down. And just so long as my family is taken care of, then everything will be fine, right? So they go through with Nadim, they get his statement, the grand jury thing. It's sad.
They they know Fisk has a long reach. And I can't believe they didn't think about the jury.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know if they could have done anything about that really, but
probably not.
They had to have known that they were going to turn Fisk would turn, or somebody on Fisk's team was going to turn somebody.
Yeah, it's going to fix the jury. And I loved Matt leaving just on the end of this episode. Matt, where are you going? We tried it your way. Now we're going to do it my way. It's like, oh, here we go.
Foggy and Nadim are in the bathroom. I mean, he just lays Foggy right out. It's like, whoa. Of course, Foggy is not really a fighter.
Right.
But yeah, I was just like, well, and he wasn't expecting that either. But like, oh, poor Foggy. Damn it.
And he went out too. Nadim went out with he knew he was not gonna survive the night. He went out with even if it was even if he was to unalive himself, or if Fisk was going to send someone to unalive him, he knew he wasn't. And I think that's why he did. I'm going to make this my dying declaration. Whether I do this myself or somebody else, it's still going to be valid. This is still going to be. And Foggy says as much in the next episode. This is admissible. This is a dying declaration. This is admissible in court, so we can use this.
Yeah, that was really smart on Nadim's part. Knowing that something, he knew Fisk was going to send, especially after the jury rig, he knew Fisk was going to send somebody after him, probably Dex.
Well, and two, when he got to his house, Nadim knows that he's been watching everyone, or everyone that matters, I believe is what he told Vanessa.
Yeah.
And so he knew he had been watching. And then when he gets to the house, I mean, that's he sits there and he looks at the camera. It's almost like,
here I am. Come get me.
You know where I am. It's on you now. So it was you had that, and then of course he starts videoing for his and when he does show up, when Dex does show up, he's like, no, you're gonna do it right here. I'm not gonna go inside where you can kill me quietly. We're gonna do this right here out in the open. And honestly too, I was halfway expecting him to have left that video recorder on to record Dex taking him out. Because even the whole conversation between him and Dex, where he says, "Look, come with me. We can turn you against Fisk," and blah blah blah. And he says, "No, I'm in too deep," or whatever it was, and it's just um, I was honestly expecting, oh, he's just gonna do it this way. So
What I'm trying to figure out is how his wife got the phone, because the phone should have been in evidence.
my guess is that he probably messaged her the video.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, that was probably her phone. So, that's the only thing I could think is, oh, he videoed or he sent her the video
That's
because
true. I wasn't
because
thinking that
yeah,
because my migraine got in the way.
that's okay. That's okay.
And I'm old.
Which is why that even if he did record Dex, it wouldn't have mattered because yes, you're right, it would have all been in evidence anyway at that
Mhm.
point. So if
And
he
it
had
would have been erased.
yeah, and if he would have messaged her prior to um if he would have messaged her prior to him being unalived, then yes, that makes sense. Um, I guess Foggy cuts a deal with the DA. I'm not gonna run. In fact, I'll publicly endorse you. I may even vote for you. Scragtopia is online. How are you today, sir? 24 hours. We're
So
less than a day
excited.
out. Less
So
than a
excited.
day.
It's gotten really positive reviews.
Of course it has. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be amazing. So long as they keep to the same pattern as this one, will be fine.
Well, everything I've listened to, because nobody can give out spoilers yet, so they're all given, like, spoiler-free, uh, reviews, if you will.
Gotcha.
And, the people I usually follow and watch, um, they said that, um, it is not Disneyfied. In fact, it's pretty they said it might even be grittier than a Netflix.
Wow. I've been dodging that IGN. I didn't even know there was an IGM clip.
Oh,
IGM. IGN.
IGN's been they've been releasing these little kinda like TV spot ads or whatever you wanna call it. And, I have been avoiding those. As soon as I see something pop up, I'm like, "Nope."
I don't. I
Scroll.
saw. You know what? I saw the initial trailer, and I think that's all I've seen. In fact, as bad. I still haven't seen the Andor trailer. I've been. I've been waiting. I know. I know. I don't
I
want
mean,
to ruin
I guess I'm
anything.
on social media a whole lot more than you are because, um, yeah, it's all over the place. But,
No, I
yeah,
skip. When I see it, I skip.
now I've been watching the interviews with, Vincent and Charlie Karen and, or Deborah and,
Yeah.
Eldon, and they've been pretty funny. Oh, I try to stay away from rumors.
Sometimes
I
I
hate
no,
rumors.
no, I enjoy the rumors from time to time because sometimes I can look at it and go, maybe, but not so much. But I also like looking at them so that when it does come out, I can say, "Oh boy, that was wrong. Boy, howdy, was that way off."
Yeah, but sometimes they're true, and then I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have known that.
Now, like and I've mentioned this before. The one big one that I did avoid was when the Force Awakens came out. I saw, I watched the previews, and everything else I stayed away from on the Force Awakens, and so that when Han Solo met his bidder, and by the way, spoiler alert, Han Solo dies in the Force Awakens. When he died, I had no clue. I was like, oh, I was shocked and stunned and everything else. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that. And my buddy who went to the movie with me was like, oh yeah, they've been talking about that for like a week now. And I'm like, well, geez, I'm glad I stayed off social media then because I would
Well,
have been
I didn't
pissed.
have to be. I mean, as I try to do, I watch a teaser trailer, the main trailer, and then I don't watch anything else. But, when it was announced that all three were coming back, Harrison, Mark, and Carrie, I believe I told all my kids, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be killed off because
He
he's
wanted to
been
be killed.
wanting that
Yeah,
since
Empire.
Empire.
Yeah, the end of Empire.
So he's getting paid mucho bucks, and he's gonna get his wish. Although he did come back in Rise of
Yeah,
Skywalker, which that shocked me because I don't know if that was in any of the clips or not, but
I don't think it was. I
because
think
yeah,
that
when he
was
popped up, I was like, what is he doing?
I've been meaning. I sat down and played Lego Star Wars with Samuel the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of want to watch Rise of Skywalker again." As bad a movie as it is, it's a fun movie. It's still fun. I enjoy it.
I still watch him. I don't watch him as much as I do the originals and the prequels, but when I do my once or every couple years rewatch, I'll watch them.
Yes, Harrison was great in that movie. He plays the president very well.
It's not his first rodeo.
No, get off my plane. He played it in Air Force One and in Air Force Two, the sequel. Air Force Two, Air Force One, Air Force Two. Get it? It's my dad joke for the night, Debbie. Come on,
Oh,
laugh. That's
come
funny.
on. I have a headache.
That's hilarious. Come on. That's like that Michael Douglas movie, Falling Down. Then you've got the sequel, Getting Up.
Mm,
Oh, oh my
okay,
sides. Oh my sides.
that's
All
your
right.
limit for this evening.
I'm done.
You're done.
We'll see about that. I'll see if I can work another one in somewhere. Anyway, Daredevil. Let's go back to Daredevil. Anyway, this is all leading up to Fisk's wedding. Fisk wants to get married. He wants to marry. Well, let's back up a little bit because we find out why Vanessa finally communicates with him, and basically it's a I want to be part of your world. You have to. I want to share in everything that you're involved in and all this other stuff. And basically, he's how do I want to put this? He's kind of you don't want to be in my world.
Yeah,
My
you
world.
know me, but well, it's different knowing me than knowing the other side of me, his alter
Yeah.
ego, so to speak. The nasty, dirty criminal side. I mean, she already knows he's a criminal, but it's one thing knowing, and then, as he says, being that's
Or
different than being a
seeing it,
part of it.
being a part of it.
Right.
And he finally ends up showing her the what the computer room. Is that a good
Yeah.
his
His
monitoring station?
Mhm.
and and she starts helping out. I mean, she just get this evil look on her face. Yes, poor Nadim. But she just gets this look on her face of this evil, like, well, that's a loose end, isn't it? I think we should tie it up. Or
Well, yeah, because, um,
he threatened. He's a threat to you, isn't he? Shouldn't we
because
remove the threat?
the one guy was saying, well, no, I think Fisk said at first, keeping him alive, he's gonna be prosecuted and torn apart by the public and,
Basically,
you
a
know
scapegoat. Yeah.
yeah, and so, we're not too concerned about him, and then it was her that was like, "Yeah, come on."
Come on.
You should know better than that.
And of course, that just you just see the cupids flying around Fisk's head and his eyes turning into the hearts, and he's like, "God, I love this woman."
The eyes going, the big
Yeah,
hearts, like in the
yeah, yeah.
cartoons.
In the cartoons, yeah. So, we move on to the next episode. It's all Fisk all the time. Fisk wants to get married. Um, uh, Matt is there. Well, Daredevil is there, and who's the guy in the computer room? He's kind of the new Wesley,
Yeah,
kind of, sort of the new Wesley, but not really, but kind of.
I was trying to think of his name. It's totally escaping me.
I can't remember either. But I thought it was great. There's nothing that you can do that Fisk won't do worse. Blah blah blah. If I tell you anything, he's just gonna. He's like he threw him off the roof and
Yes, Manning. Felix Manning.
Felix.
Yes. Thank
There we
you.
go.
I should have known that. Peyton Manning, come on.
But anyway, he threw him off the roof, but he wasn't really
No,
in
he
any
was
kind of
he
danger.
no, but, I bet his hip was out of place.
I bet it was too.
'Cause you heard a crack. It's like,
Um,
"Ooh, that had to hurt."
that might have left a mark. Um, but Matt's gonna go after him. Matt's going after Fisk. Got to break into the fortress. You know, he's got cameras everywhere. He knows exactly what's going on. And then
Well, Felix also gives him Julie. Julie's
oh
name
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because Matt had no idea. He was like, "Who the hell's Julie?"
right.
But yeah, that
And
was,
that's what he used as leverage against Dex or
and the information he gathered from the therapy tapes.
the tape. Yeah,
Mhm.
you need somebody else who's going to be your North Star. And when he said that, you could tell that Dex kind of was like, you could see Dex kind of slipping, and then he was like, North Star. Oh yeah, you've got my tapes. You're not going to break me. You're not going to get me. It snapped him back when he said that. And then Matt was like, you might want to go check out whatever street. But
16 Canal Street.
and of course, I'm thinking, okay, well, he's gonna go over there and he's gonna go fight Daredevil. That's where Matt's gonna beat the crap out of him. And no, no, that's where the bodies are stored, apparently.
Now, how dumb was that? Why is he storing them? I mean,
I
why
have
wouldn't he get rid of the
no
bodies?
idea. Get rid of them.
That made no
No
sense to
clue.
me.
And to
I
keep
mean,
them on ice too.
I assume it was an abandoned building, at least it looked like it from the kitchen, but I was just like, Why would you leave evidence? I don't know who those other people were, but I was like, why would you leave evidence just sitting around for
Well, one of them, I think one of them was that FBI, not the interrogator, but the whatever the human resources guy that the
oh,
special
that
agent in charge, that what's her name shot.
Matley shot?
Yeah. I think that was one of them. I've heard people say that Matt's plan didn't make any sense to send Bullseye and then stop him from killing Fisk, but it seems really smart as he couldn't take the hotel alone and them to tire them out. Yeah.
But he
No,
saved Vanessa, what,
well,
2 or 3 times?
see that was we get into the fight. Just gonna jump right into the fight because well, before we do that, because I thought the whole scene with they got married, they've got the whole first dance thing, and everybody's on their phones recording it, and then all of a sudden text messages start going off, and here's the dying declaration going out to like everybody, and everybody's looking at it on their phones, and then all of a sudden it's higgledy piggledy, and then Dex shows up, and he's like, "Okay, I'm here to I'm here to kill you now." And of course,
Best wishes from Julie and I.
yeah. Oh, and that was awful too because he was driving around with her.
Oh,
He had
he
her.
fully snapped by
Yeah,
that time.
he was full on full on
Psycho.
Anthony Perkins psycho. You know that was full on.
I mean, he was psycho to begin with, but yeah, he just
This is some Hitchcock stuff going on. So,
driving around with a dead body. Ugh.
um, but anyway, so basically, yes, and then you get Matt that shows up too, and this is what I really liked about this fight. Besides the fact that it didn't take place in like a dark corridor. This is the first time where we get a good, decent fight, and it's in daytime. It's right in the middle of Fisk's apartment, which is bright and well lit, and basically you had Foggy and Karen worried about Matt and is he going to make the right decision? And Matt now is fighting in the light, and you know that he's not planning on killing Fisk. He does not want to kill Fisk. I mean, I think maybe in the back of his mind he's thinking, yeah, I want to, but he knows he can't. And so this is to me that the cinematography on this one was real good. Plus, you've got Matt fighting Dex, but he's also fighting Fisk. And Fisk is fighting Dex, but he's also fighting Matt. And Dex is fighting Matt, but he's also fighting Fisk. They wasn't like, you had two of them. Each one of them was fighting the other two. There wasn't any teams here. It was every man for himself kind of thing, and a Royal Rumble kind of whatever.
Well, it didn't, at least I don't remember it showing, but Matt's in the building during the dance scene.
Yeah,
So he's heard Nadim's declaration.
right.
So I
So
think
he's
at
aware.
that point, he's a lawyer. He knows that that's going to be admissible in court, and knows that, for sure he doesn't have to kill Fisk.
Yeah.
That, that's going to take Fisk down. Oh yeah, that was so cool. It's like two
Was,
cats going after each other.
yeah. Yeah, it was and again, just you've got because like I said, Matt saved Vanessa 2 or 3 times, and Dex just didn't care. He was just trying to kill somebody. Um, and then of course Fisk takes care of. I see that. Fisk just takes care of. Yeah, I'm watching you. I got it on this screen over here. Cat, if you're watching, I think I'm about the same. I think that was about me for somewhere in that neighborhood. But anyway, yeah, Fisk dispatches Dex.
Crack.
Yeah, Batman style. Um, so Dex is out of things. Then Matt and Fisk are able to
Who had it?
take care of one another.
And they both beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah. And poor Fisk's painting got blood all over it. And there was a little bit to start with the little splatter on the side, but when they got done, there was a lot of it. Oh, Chewie!
Chewy.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
um yeah, and in the trailer for Born Again, we see that painting and it still has the blood on it.
Yes, yes, yes. Very exciting. But then Matt cuts a deal with Fisk. You know, basically you stay away from Foggy and you stay away from Karen,
Karen.
and I will leave Vanessa alone. You leave my people alone, I'll leave your people alone. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they shake on it. And it's all good. And I think Vanessa kind of saved him too. Because he was beating the holy living bejesus out of him, and she stepped in and said, "No, please don't." Basically, don't kill him.
Stop!
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was watching. Yeah, he was like kneeling down, and you could just barely see him at the lower part of the screen, and he's just kind of knelt down, and he's got his hands on his head. Oh, I'm so scared. Something's gonna happen.
I did see. I don't know if this was. I've been avoiding all the clips for Daredevil. I want to say I saw something, and it looks. Is Vanessa going to be back for the new series?
Mhm.
I swear I saw Fisk and Vanessa dancing again. So
Yeah, she's back, but I've seen the interviews. I mean, they don't give anything away, but the line of a traumatic event happens. I don't know if it's in the I'm gonna be really upset if it's in the first 2 episodes and we lose somebody.
if I'm going to say it. I don't know. I I'm I agree that we will probably lose somebody, but because yes, you're right, the traumatic event and everything. You know what? They could be throwing us off with this whole thing, and that scene where they're in the coffee shop talking to each other, that could happen at like the end of the series. We just don't
Oh,
know at
yeah.
this point. I mean, that could be like the whole. That's like the season finale kind of thing, and it's like, oh well, there. Okay, so season one was the traumatic. Whatever happens in season one's going to be the traumatic event. So
And they are currently filming season 2 right now, so
yeah, so we know we're getting another season at least. So that's good. I don't know. I'm still thinking that because Dex is listed on IMDb as being in the new show, and it would not surprise me at all if you've read the comics. The line Matt crosses accidentally offing someone in a low level bust.
yeah, we see something happen in the trailer where you see his mask, kind of a broken mask or one of his horns broken off, and it's fallen down, and he's looking down and you can see an ambulance and somebody laying at the bottom there.
RMX Art 28 is in. I'll say they better not kill off Bullseye because I want a better suit for him. I don't like what they have. Just saying.
Well,
I agree. I concur. I want the
valid.
Bullseye. I want the Bullseye suit. I want the full on the blue and white with the little bullseye in the top.
I just wonder if he's well, he's not gonna be the only villain. I know Muse is in it. I was thinking there was somebody else, but I can't think off the top of my head right now. But, Bullseye and Muse is in it. So it should be interesting.
We know Bullseye's in it. Bullseye basically in this one had a post-credit scene. It wasn't a post-credit. It was a post-credit scene before the credits with him being operated on and fixed.
Oh, yeah. And then he opens his eye
And he opens his eye and it's the
little
bullseye.
bullseye. Well, it sounded like it was like a maybe some kind of experimental surgery because the doctors doing a surgery said, well, the patient knows what the risks are.
Yeah. Plus, I'm pretty sure in the comics, Matt carves the bullseye insignia on his head, and I think that would be a brutal, cool scene to have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. But yeah, that would be brutal.
I kind of want to. I got Luke. There was this. I found him a Daredevil book, a trade paperback, and I think it was called Born Again. Daredevil Born Again, and it's an older run, but I was like, oh, now I kind of want to read that before I'm gonna steal that out of his room before tomorrow.
Do you think it'll spoil things for you, though?
No, because
I mean, I know they don't never exactly go by the comics,
yeah, they
but
never. But I mean, just the general story, just the overall. They do this with all the Marvel stuff. Is yeah, they're not gonna do a frame by frame of the comics, but to get somewhere close in the neighborhood, just kind of the same story without being the exact same story. Kind of like the new Spider-Man cartoon is doing right now, to where it's like it's kind of the same, but not really. So okay, all
okay.
right. Well, look at that then. Since you have not read the comics, I will tell you that season 3, the one we just finished, was a loose adaptation of Born Again, and they took the name as a nod to the show coming back. Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
And honestly, that makes a lot of sense because you got to think this season started off after the Defender saga, and Matt was presumed dead. So for him to come back as the devil of Hell's Kitchen, yes, he is basically born again. So, what time does it come? Oh, it's only 9:18, sir. In my
Nine
neck of
o'clock.
the woods, it comes out
9 o'clock my time, Eastern.
So 8 o'clock. So we are 23 hours away, 22 and change.
Oh, so you're on the same time I am. Right.
Yeah.
RMX.
So we're less than a day. Less than a day.
So in the comics, Karen dies to Bullseye in the church. We were all super surprised when the father took the baton.
Yeah. I do recall that happening. I think I mentioned that 2 week. Well, whenever we talked about that episode. Yeah, somebody's counting.
I just can't wait to get the workday over with, come home and be on my couch with all my snacks and
Yeah, I got to come home. And then once the little one's in bed, then yes, I can. You see this lovely blue chair right here? I'll be plopping down right there. My TV's right there. I will be surrounded by my Legos, enjoying the 2-episode season premiere of Daredevil, and it will be amazing. I should
Well, I'll
turn the
be
camera on and just do a live stream and say, "Okay, I'm just watch me watch this show."
well, I'll come home from work and I'll probably watch. I've been watching. Last night I watched Batman Begins, and tonight I didn't finish it, but I'm watching Dark Knight. So tomorrow night will probably be Dark Knight Rises until 9 o'clock.
Absolutely. We are here every Monday night talking about MCU stuff. So yes, we will be doing a review of every episode as they come out. So they'll come out Tuesday, which means that next Monday when we're on MCU Mondays, we will be talking about episodes 1 and 2 of Born Again when it comes out. So
Yeah, so
yeah, join us all every
come
Monday
back,
night.
subscribe, like us, come back.
Hit that little bell icon. We
We
have a
love
lot of
having
fun.
people in the chat and
We
telling us
love,
stuff that we don't know.
yeah. Personally, I'm waiting for a video one of these days of someone to do a complete rewrite of She-Hulk. Not gonna lie, I feel that show could that that's yeah, that show could have been a lot better. That's not saying much. That show was horrible.
I liked it, but there was quite a few cringy moments, but I agree
Quite
it
a
could have been
few.
done.
Every
It could have
episode was
been
cringy.
done. It could have been done a lot better, but I liked it. Not yeah, made me laugh, but yeah, there was stuff in there that I was like, why?
Really, really.
Really?
Like Daredevil doing the walk of shame.
Oh, that was hilarious. I like that.
Or no, no, for girls it's a walk of shame. For guys, it's the stride of
Stride,
pride.
pride.
The stride of pride. Uh, I have not. Unrelated to Marvel, did anyone else see the announcement of the next Danny Phantom graphic novel? Did not. Have not seen it. I'm waiting on the end of this month. I'm actually in the middle of what am I reading? Wolverine Revenge. It's a 5 comic book arc right now that I'm reading, and episode 5 or issue 5 doesn't come out until like the 22nd of this month, I think. So
I was reading the Vader Ooh, excuse me. I was reading the Vader comics, not Marvel related, but Star Wars. But I was reading the
no,
Vader comics.
hey, those Vader comics are done by Marvel. It counts.
Um,
We'll count it.
but then the new book, Mask of Fear, um, right, something Empire. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, it's a new Star Wars book, and so that came out on February 25th. So I was like, oh, Vader's gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to read this book. It's good so far.
Of course. All right, Debbie. I think they shouldn't have showed him in the trailers. They did themselves dirty by making us wait 8 weeks. Yeah.
And see, I have the same complaint about Brave New World. They shouldn't have showed Hawk, Red Hawk. They
Yeah.
should have just, Harrison Ford is taking over as Thunderbolt, fine. Uh, and then, let the Red Hulk thing be a total surprise when it happens on screen. I wish they would have left that as a surprise because I think that would have been cool to just, oh my God, that's happening right in front of me. But instead, we were spoiled. So,
Especially when he started to Hulk out several times, and it was like you saw it coming. That's just me. Um, you saw it coming, and it was like, oh, but you knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. And if they had done it to where it wasn't, you didn't know it was going to happen, that would have made it all that much better when it did happen. So,
thanks for being on.
yes.
Come back soon.
They did do an Inhumans movie. It wasn't all that great either.
Was it a movie or a series?
Maybe it
Or
was
am
a
I thinking of
miniseries.
something else?
Yeah. No, it might have been a miniseries. I don't remember. I saw it once and I was more than enough. That was like
Is that the one with, the
uh
girl with, from Game of Thrones?
yeah.
Arya?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that was a movie.
Agree with the comics explained when he said that Brave New World felt like dealing with leftover plot threads from the film.
Well,
All
they
right.
did.
Yeah. Um Debbie, did we miss anything?
No, but I would like just real quickly, did you see the concept art that was leaked
Or
for Doomsday?
I have not.
They're pretty cool. Can I share my screen?
Sure. Go for it. Let's look.
Let's look.
Concept art is not a spoiler, it's just concept art.
I think this is the right one.
Oh, I
So
did
there's
see that. Yeah. I did see that.
yeah, I mean they're like we've always said, we don't some of it might be in the movie, some of it might not. Who knows? But I think Doom looks pretty cool. And I think I don't know, it's people online were saying this is like from a different universe.
Is
I
that
don't know
White
why.
Vision? Is that White Vision hanging out with Star
Yeah.
Lord?
Yeah, why they would be hanging out, I don't know, but
Why not?
I don't know. But like, here's She-Hulk and I think somebody said Battle World. Does
It's
that sound
possible.
familiar?
Yeah.
But I like Scar's hair better here than it was in She-Hulk.
And is that Shrek? Is that Shrek and Fiona? No. Fiona in the background right there. I see her.
But here, yeah,
Uh,
then we got the Young Avengers and
Young
Wong.
Avengers. Yeah. And Star Lord there.
Uh,
Is this a new Black Panther?
I can't remember.
Are they going to recast him? Not that I would.
Somebody said it looked like oh hell, I can't remember the name now. Somebody said it looked like somebody, and I can't remember who it was now. I know I should
The
write
only
this
reason
shit
I
down.
asked that is because in Samuel's Lego Marvel video game, in one of them, Black Panther looks like that with the cape and everything.
But yeah, this looks pretty cool. Oh, new suit design too.
I would,
Nice.
you know what? Honestly, if they brought Black Panther back as a variant, if they brought a variant back, I don't think I'd be mad about it.
Well, even if I just don't understand why they don't recast him. I don't. I mean, it's been several years now, so I don't get why they just don't recast him. Okay, I think that's all there was on that.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm anxious to see where things go from there. So, anyway,
So, anyways, I thought that was pretty cool.
awesome. And Andrew's not here to tell us if we have any fan questions.
Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Geez, dropping the ball.
Ookie.
Um,
Slacker.
anyway, let's see. So that's gonna do it for us tonight. Then, oh, shameless plugs. What do we got tonight?
Tomorrow night, our friends over on the Sith Dominion YouTube channel, they are talking about the dark side of Rogue One. I will not be on it because I'm watching Daredevil. But I'm upset because I love Rogue One. Wednesday we'll have a new episode of War of the Stars. Thursday we'll be back.
We are
Have you
talking.
decided?
Yes, actually, I have.
Okay.
Um, I we're gonna do something a little different on Thursday, kind of different, but not really. I want to look at I want to look at Star Wars, and I want to look at the pop culture aspect of Star Wars. I want to look at stuff that's not Star Wars, but that mentions Star Wars or that ties. Like there's so many TV shows, so many movies out there that mention Star Wars. One of my, for example, the only reason I thought of this was my wife when we were first dating. She had never seen Star Wars, and I know, crazy.
Holy
She said,
shit.
actually, she said her words were, "I think I saw one of them in the theaters, the one with the teddy bears." So,
There you go.
so there you go. But anyway, so but we sat down and watched Star Wars, and then after that, we would see stuff, and she'd be like, "Oh," she would see the Friends episode with the, "Oh, what's your fantasy?" And then, "Oh, it's the Princess Leia in the gold bikini." So
Rachel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to look at like the pop aspects of Star Wars, where it's popped up in movies, TV shows, things like that. Also, I've got a cool little box of Star Wars trivia. Maybe we'll throw some trivia questions out there, and we're just gonna have some fun with Star Wars on Thursday night.
I have not seen if Marcy's gonna be back. RMX.
Especially since she didn't, she and Foggy kind of broke it off at the end of this one. Kind of, sort of, but not.
I didn't get that impression. She
I
just said we'll
did.
talk later.
All right.
No, I didn't think
All right.
so. She just
All
said
right.
because he said, "Are you mad?" And she said, "We'll talk about it later."
All right.
That would suck if she broke up with him because he wasn't going to be DA. Come on.
She's been so good throughout the entire series. She's been a great girlfriend.
So, but yeah, I haven't seen anything, and I really haven't looked at the IMDb cast list. Of course, they're not always right either, but or maybe she'll pop up, even though if they did break up, maybe she'll pop up.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Or Sister Maggie, is she going to be around?
Yeah. Yeah. We need Sister Maggie back. I can't even remember her name now from the first season. Rosario Dawson.
Mm.
Oh, we got the when they were talking about I forgot about this completely. When they're talking about their firm that they're going to open of Nelson and Murdoch, and then it was Paige, Nelson, and Murdoch, and they asked her to join. And she goes, "I'm not a lawyer." "Yeah, but you're a great investigator, and you're a lot more stable than Jessica Jones."
Yeah, I laughed at that. I thought that was great, and it's true. Facts.
Hey, we can do it.
She's a
Look
bit
at
of a alcoholic.
yeah. Look at this. We'll do a plug for you there. RMX Art 28. Speaking of plugs, my gaming channel, I plan on doing a video about my ideas for a Daredevil game just to go along with the show. But it's probably going to take me a while. Well, that's
Is
cool. Where
the
do we
name of your
find your
channel the
videos?
same
Yeah, where do
name
we
as
find you?
your?
Where's your channel at? Tell us where your channel is so we can plug you. We would be happy to. Anyway, so yes, Thursday is going to be just fun with Star Wars. In fact, I think I should call it that. Fun with Star Wars. Maybe. It's a work in progress. I'll figure it out.
Well, at least I have a few days to try and come up with a thumbnail.
It doesn't have to be anything special. We're good.
Well, I like to make it relatable, so when people look at the thumbnail, they're going to be talking about that.
Gotcha.
So,
anyway, Friday night, Federation Fridays. You back on that one?
as far as I know.
Okay.
Unless Biscardi gets sick again. But Original series Star Trek. We are on the episode Devil in the Dark. Is that what it's called? Saturday, Geek Gauntlet. Sunday, I believe they're talking about over on Cam in Focus YouTube channel. They're going to be talking about musicals.
Music.
Movies that shouldn't have been, or maybe movies that were really good as musicals. I could think of, one that pops up in my mind, Joker 2. Shouldn't have been a musical. No.
RMX Art Gaming. There we go.
And Friday, the Star Trek show, it's over on the Geek and I podcast YouTube channel. I'm usually over there on Fridays, so.
Awesome.
And then we'll be back Monday for episode 1 and 2 of Born Again.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's RMX Art Gaming, I think is. Well, I have 3 channels, one mainly for art. This one I'm using where I post whatever, whether it's media or whatever, and my gaming one. Give me a second. It's RMX Art Gaming.
Let me write that down so I can look it up later. Not tonight because I'm tired. RMX.
RMX Art Gaming.
I have it written down, sir.
Awesome.
I will definitely give it a look, probably tomorrow when I'm at work.
Thank you for the plug. Anyway, well, that's going to be it for us tonight then here on MCU Mondays. We're glad you joined us. Thank you for the chatter throughout all of it. Lively discussion out there. We are done with Daredevil. We cannot wait for Born Again. That starts tomorrow night. So until then, and until next Monday, we will see all of you right here on MCU Mondays on Feast of Fandoms. Y'all all have a great, great week, and we will see you next Monday.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language. I know. For gosh sake, watch your language. That's not going away anytime soon. You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Outwit the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff? Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?